Hi guys, on today's episode of Mailbox, we'll be addressing different mail from different people from all over the world. My name is Adesho and with me is...
I'm Wale.
On today's episode, our first mail is from Esther. Esther is from Nigeria. The title of our mail is Choir Group. Good day, Mailbox team. I love singing in my church choir, but there's too much favoritism. The choir leader always picks the same people for solos. Even when others are better, I try to speak up, but they say I should be humble. I feel unappreciated and I'm thinking of leaving. What should I do?
There's nothing to do. I think you will be better off if you leave. You know, and the reason why you'll be better off if you leave is this. There is a lesson that God is trying to teach you that you don't want to learn from this particular group. Understand that this choir group of some sort is not just favoritism. There are certain things, it's beyond skill sets. So when people begin to think that I can sing and that's the premise to which people bring you on, it's not. Now, there are certain people who pay their dues in the place of prayer. And understand this, that what you're doing is a service to God, service to humanity. It's not in the tone of voice. It's not even in how well you can sing. It's in the preparation. There is a whole lot of things that are involved in ministry. Ministry is God ordained, is first of all a spiritual entity. Now, when people don't understand that it's a spiritual thing, you will bring in underhanded method. In fact, this same attitude of you wanting to leave is probably the reason why they have never given you a microphone.
Right.
And that's the actual truth. And that's why they say, you know, I mean, they probably know you. And that's why they're saying that you should be humble. Because if you are not humble in this particular space, there is something God wants to prune out of you. He wants to remove pride from your heart. You know, in recent times, I tweeted something about Romans 12 verse 2. Where that scripture was speaking about that we should not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind.
Yes.
Now, that renewal of the mind usually doesn't happen when a man has pride inside their heart, because they feel that they know more than any other person. And so it's important to note that these are the things that these guys are trying to show you. Remain humble. Stay where you are. There is something that they are seeing that hasn't yet been transferred into your life. Once that moment comes, it will go beyond you holding the microphone. In fact, they will give you the microphone, you'll willingly surrender it to somebody else because you've understood something. So choir might not even be your calling, it might be another department. If you go to another church or you leave the choir or you go to another department, this same process will repeat itself until you learn the lesson of humility. I hope that helps.
Yeah, so I thank God is choir in the church. She says she loves singing. You're actually ministering. It's not singing. Yeah. So when you see it as singing, it's too secular for you to address. So you just think it's based on whether this person sings solo, this person sings treble, or whatever, tomato, soprano, you know. So you should also understand the fact that people don't understand certain leadership role. Everybody just judge from their own point of view. Until you get to that level, then you can begin to say certain things. When people make certain decisions, just like when you put people as HODs, when you put people to head a certain subgroup, where people just don't understand the mechanics behind it. They just think, oh, but this guy dresses well, this guy speaks well, even when he speaks. There's a particular issue I'm still handling in some church in Canada or thereabouts. So this particular unruly guy is the pastor's son, keeps coming late to choir rehearsal because he knows that, number one, they can't take him out of the system. Number two, is the best drummer that you can have around. So they have to be pouring petrol or palm oil on his head so that he become as good. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's to tell you that most times when people think they have a certain talent, they feel it's just talent that we cut it for you. There's a lot of discipline behind it. So when people, that's why most times before you do stuff, especially when it comes to a church setting, prayer has to be involved. Because what prayer does is that it sanitizes everybody's brain. It lets you understand what is wrong from what is right. Somebody that is taking decision from a leadership role is looking at a holistic view of everything. how committed is this person to this cause? Is this person just doing this thing for the sake of to be shown? Or is even you being shown discouraging other people from doing what? So there are other things that whoever is on leadership is maintaining those solo team for. For all you care, you don't even know if they have a prayer subgroup that before any ministration, they're already prepared, you know, and you've not even complied to that once. Yet you want to be part of the solo group. So just humble yourself.
Absolutely.
Instead of thinking of how you are shortchanging yourself if you check yourself out of the system because you've not learned. The same thing will happen elsewhere. In fact, they might even downgrade you. Is this solo you are singing before? Maybe they'll just
be doing welfare.
Exactly. You understand? So
food.
whatever talent God has given you, wherever you are called to serve, especially in the community of Christian believers, be humble, number one.
Do what they are.
Be humble, be patient, and pray. Prayer sorts everything. Even those people that you feel they sing better, it's possible that they are not called. Some people are called, some are chosen. So maybe those people are not even supposed to be taking that role that you are seeing them to be. So don't just judge wrongly, and don't be rushing any situation or condition. Just ensure that you are humble enough to learn, to do the right thing. When it's the right time for them to position certain people to certain things, I'm sure they will come along. So Esther from Nigeria, I hope we've been able to address your issue. Our second mail is from David. David from Kenya. Workplace betrayal. Hello, team. I helped a colleague secure a job at my workplace, but now he's spreading false rumors about me to get ahead. My boss is starting to believe him, and my reputation is at risk. I feel betrayed, but don't know how to confront him without looking petty. How do I protect myself?
Okay, so protecting yourself from someone who is spreading rumors about you is, and the easiest way, to be honest, the easiest way is this. And sometimes people have judged this matter and say maybe somebody is a weakling. There is nothing you can do. If somebody is getting ahead by spreading rumors and stuff, is to keep praying for that person, and that's the easiest. And let me break it down this way. So if you, let's say for instance, you heard about the rumor and you went to meet someone and say this person is spreading rumor, what do you think that would be? That what would that change their mind? The probability of that changing their mind is zero. And that's not going to happen. So, and this is why we have to take the Christian approach to betrayal, because the person who is doing that thinks that that's the end as far as life is concerned. That's not the end. There is a whole lot in life that goes beyond where you are at any point in time. You know, you can imagine somebody trying to, let's say for instance, Joseph in the prison, after begging the butler, say, mention my name, you know, to the king and all of that. But God had another thing in mind, you know, that you're going to become the prime minister. He didn't know that. He didn't pray for that. Now, why you must walk in love towards people? Because this person who is spreading rumors against you has a low self-esteem, because you don't need to pull anybody down to get to the top. So you need to even show mercy on him, all right, in the light of understanding. So we're not just counseling that you pray for him. If you see somebody doing really silly and petty things, it's only you must feel empathy, that the reason why they are doing what they are doing is that they can't see themselves beyond where they are right now, and there is more to this world beyond where everybody is. So if you are going to be the bigger person, if you are actually going to ascend to where God really wants you to be, is that you pray and you thank God for that scenario. That's the point of elevation. It's when you can go past that particular situation this is when God begins to elevate you. Because if you use any other underhanded method, go and talk to this person, beg this other person, tell them, even if you like, set camera for them, say you're going to catch this person, do FBI work, it still would not change anybody's mind. So the real truth, and that's why when Jesus was speaking, he will say, pray for those who despisefully use you. There is a reason why he used that word. He didn't say just pray for your enemies. He said pray for those who despisefully use you, which means these people are users. They've decided to use you, and as they have used you, pray for them. It is in that place that you will get your emancipation, and then you get your lifting.
Yeah.
I hope that has helped you.
Yeah, so the little knowledge I know about rumor is that it doesn't stay. You know, it fizzles out. So, I mean, that's why I tell people, when you see some people investing their time, their resources, their energy, their personality to bring down another human being, that all you just want to do is to say evil things about people and spread it over. It makes you the stupid person. Yeah. Permit my English, because sometimes when people are also wise, don't forget that people also establish relationship. That same person you are talking about, I know the person. You understand? If you come to me to talk about somebody now, have you forgotten the fact that this person is also somebody that we know? So they just want to allow you to talk. So you finish with A, you say nonsense. You go to B, you say nonsense. You go to C, and then you spread evil. And the boss elevates you, and then what? And Jesus lifts you high. Or what exactly are you talking about? So I think what you need is even more strength in the place of prayer, and that patience that God will give to you to be able to show compassion towards that person. Because by the time the ripple effect will come on him, you will pray for him. You will even pity him, because rumor spreading is the easiest thing to say, to talk about people and say, oh, this person is this one, this person, I'll keep doing it. Let him keep it. You don't even need to counter rumor. In fact, let them be just doing free PR for you on what your personality is. At least your personality will end up playing out at the end of the day. So I don't think you should there's a little, in fact, the only protection you can do for yourself is what you are doing. You are building yourself to become a better person. I tell people, the only revenge you can give is success. Just be successful, and that's it. You are protected in the place, and you are protected in the place of prayer. You are good to go. All this fighting rumor, trying to prove to somebody that something is not true, calling group of people to explain situation, I don't think it's necessary. It's so much of headache. David, I hope we've been able to address your mail to a certain extent. Our last mail today is from Tunde. Tunde is from Nigeria. Tunde says, secret business competition. Hi team, my close friend and I started a small tech business together, but I just found out that he's been running a separate competing business behind my back. He still acts like we're in this together, but I feel used. Should I confront him or just walk away?
I mean, it's up to you. My counsel, to be honest, is not to confront anybody. And maybe this is a personal disposition. Confrontation about a certain thing. I'm always very big on, when you do this, what is the end result of it? Like, so you confront the person and the person says, yes, I'm running. So what next are you going to do? Or the person denies. Say the person comes and says, yes, I betrayed you. What are you going to do? What's your next line of action? Or the person denies it. Are you going to live in the lie or allow the thing play out? So the most important thing is this. I would rather I walk away from that type of situation if I can't handle it, because if somebody is doing something illegal behind your back, or even if it's not even another business, if he's even saying nonsense about you, what really do you, because they are afraid of you. The reason why somebody can't confront you to say anything or do anything in your presence or try to do anything is because there is an inferiority. You have a sense of you are inferior to them. That's why that they can behave that way to you. So it's important to, first of all, I mean, if you can't have the mental strength to abhor whatever it is that they're doing, the best bet for you is to disengage peacefully. Because I personally believe in peaceful disengagement from people, because we don't know. I mean, the person can actually come around and say, you know what, I understand. And the reason why you should disengage peacefully is this: God showed you a dimension of this person, and there is the potential for them to actually do you greater harm. Because if the stakes are higher, they can do you greater harm. So the easiest thing to do is this: you can do what they call social distancing. Ensure you give them that much distance, because if they can do that, there is more in the offering. So God showed you that. So don't confront. I think the best bet is walk away, but walk away peacefully, which is that our our value systems are not aligning anymore, and it's on that premise, and there is no fight. It's okay for you to have, because for you to have a side business means that you don't believe in what we're doing. And the scripture says, can two work together except they agree? On that premise, you can take whatever it is. And this was what what's his name did in the scriptures. Abraham and Lot. What had happened was that their members were fighting, their slaves and stuff were fighting. Abraham said, we don't need to fight. Choose anything you want and go your way. Let me stay my own. And even when there was problem, Abraham still went and fought for Lot. So there was no problem. It's the fact that once you get to a particular point and you feel that you're bigger than the thing that you're building, or you want to go solo, it's okay. It's good. Handshake, do whatever it is that needs to do. And when you hear bad reports, intervene in a way. When you hear good reports, celebrate the person and let the person be.
Yeah, so in addition to what Wale has said, so I'm beginning to look at this also in an additional light. So this is it. So the fact that you sent us a mail doesn't mean you're the guy that is saying the right thing. Now, when people venture into businesses, especially when they say somebody is doing a secret business or something that is competing, for all you care, probably you're even the dominant partner. And this guy doesn't want to hurt you, So it could be that this person doesn't want to hurt you, to say, you know what, guy, this thing is not making sense. We've been at this thing for a while. Let me just be doing my thing. You understand what I'm saying? It could be from that angle. Now, the moment you now discover, it's not as difficult. Do a round table. Say you've discovered, at least God has been gracious enough to you to see that revelation that this guy is venturing into something else. Sit together, have a conversation, and resolve this thing amicably. If it's something that you don't feel there's a lead way, exit. There's really no two way. There's no point starting to build on issue of I don't trust you. Oh, there's no full disclosure. You are not coming straight. I'm confused. You are taking my customer. We are committed. Need is not necessary. Once you see that everybody already, we don't know how long you guys have been together in business. We don't know how long you guys have wasted each other's time over years. We don't know whether it started yesterday or it started 15 decades ago, 150 years ago. We really do not know. We don't know how much life is enjoying or suffering under you. We really don't know the extent to which those conversations are. However the conversation is, take a round table, have a conversation and resolve it, either walking away or you want to come around and say, okay, you know what, moving on, this is how we want to be about it. And maybe you feel hurt as a friend. If you feel there's more to what you want to say, that you have to really speak out. Because most times, anything you're hurt about, it's better you tell God in the place of prayer. Because you might even feel disappointed at your friends. In fact, the anger that you came with, it will become suicidal at the end of the day when you hear certain informations that you don't expect. So it's also better that things that hurt you, that are of great concern, so that it won't look like jealousy or that you are wishing the person bad. Just speak to God in the place of prayer and you will see the way the whole thing will be resolved, fizzle out. I hope we've been able to address your issues. that'll be all for this episode of Mailbox. The next time, my name is Addition.
And I'm Wale. Peace.